Hey, welcome, my friends, and welcome to December 1st. And we are on the tail end. We are in the ninth inning of the game of 2023. And so in this month's Dayna's do's and don'ts, just going to give you a couple recommendations. So my first do enter your practice production goals into Dentrix at least 6 months in advance. Okay. So what I'm asking you to do is take, your production goals per provider. So for example, let's say your hygienist production goal is $1,500 a day. You can enter that into Dentrix so you can track and monitor and forecast where you are not only each day, but also each month. And so you can look ahead at each month and see, am I at goal for each day? Am I at goal for the month? So that gives your hygienist the opportunity to see where can we do maybe some same day production? Am I at goal for the month? It helps to give your clinical team the resources that they need in order to forecast where they are. So if you have those production goals in Dentrix for at least the next 6 months, and of course you can tweak them if maybe a hygienist takes a week of vacation, you can always tweak your goals, but at least try and get them in 6 months in advance because your schedule, your appointment book is already scheduled 6 months in advance, which leads me to my next do for this month is do use block scheduling, because if you do have your production goals in Dentrix and you're monitoring them on a regular basis, which you should be, then with block scheduling, you can make sure that there is time allowed for maybe those higher production appointments. For example, using hygiene as an example again, scaling and root planing. We do know that more than 50% of Americans have some form of periodontal disease. So when your new patients come in, they need those scaling and root planing appointments blocked out so that they're not waiting 3, 4, 5 months to get in for their periodontal therapy. And also those scaling and root planing appointments, they're a lot of production. So when you're treating patients in a comprehensive periodontal therapy, then you're going to make goal because those scaling and root planing appointments are worth a lot of production. So make sure you're using block scheduling for those types of appointments like scaling and root planing, your 3 and 4 month perio maintenance. So your perio maintenance patients can come in on a regular so they can get in on time. And then you can fill in all the other appointments for your regular recare patients, your prophy patients, your regular recare patients. So block scheduling, enter your production goals into Dentrix, and then finally create custom views in your hygiene rooms so that your hygienists can track their own production goals. Now, of course, the schedulers on the admin team at the front desk, they're going to be kind of monitoring the goals on more of a global scale. They're going to be looking at the whole office. So if your office production goal is, say, $8,000 for the day, that includes doctor production and hygiene production. But what's really nice about when you can create those custom views on the hygiene rooms, then your hygienist can see, okay, am I at goal for today? And do I have any space today for any same day production? Or if I'm at goal for the day, then woohoo, celebrate. You can talk about that in your morning huddle. So those are my do's for December. Okay. Do enter your production goals into Dentrix at least 6 months in advance. You do use block scheduling so that you can have room for those higher production appointments like scaling and root planing, those 3 and 4 month perio maintenance appointments, and create custom views in your hygiene chairs so that your hygienist can help track their own production goals. Don't run your business based on feelings and assumptions. Okay. We are running a small business. Yes, we are healthcare providers and we are in the healthcare industry. We're doctors, we're hygienists, we're, treating patients for their optimum oral health. We are also running a small business. And so there is no business running a business on feelings and assumptions. So we don't ever want to assume what our practice numbers are. Okay. You also don't want to assume, the well-being of your team or the satisfaction of your patients. You want to gauge that with certain types of parameters. So with numbers, there's five really important KPIs, key performance indicators, that I teach to all my practices. That I have a whole course on key performance indicators. And so if you're interested in that course, jump into our membership, our Navoni membership, and dive into our courses, because we talk about how to track and monitor your business using practice numbers. And because numbers tell a story, numbers tell you if your systems are working well. Numbers tell you if you are running a profitable business. Your numbers tell you if your patient retention is staying up, or if patients are leaving your practice. Okay, you can never assume that what your patient retention numbers are. You can never assume what your accounts receivable is. You have to look at it in black and white, because numbers are not subjective. Numbers are objective, and they give you really good information about your practice. So never run your business. So don't run your business based on feelings or assumptions. Make sure that you are always monitoring your practice numbers. And my favorite report in Dentrix is the Practice Advisor report. I love it. It gives me the top 5 numbers that every practice should be monitoring. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I look forward to following along your journey of becoming a Dentrix super user. Make sure that you are receiving my monthly newsletter, because this video ties into my monthly newsletter. So if you go to navoni.com, go to our free resources tab, and you can click into our blogs. You can find our podcast. You can sign up for our newsletter. We have lots of free resources. And if you want to take a deeper dive and really be able to onboard new team members, or really take a deeper dive into your practice management systems, software, and workflows, then jump into our membership today. So I look forward to watching you and your journey of becoming a Dentrix super user.